A few weeks ago, I made a video talking about my exit plan and how I was going to cash out of crypto. I told you guys that I was going to wait for a major crash and show a weakness, and I was going to sell in the retracement. Well, I think we have actually had that major show a weakness. So it's time to exit my plan. You do not want to go anywhere because this video is extremely important, if not one of the most important videos I've ever made. Now, in this one, we're going to talk about what causes me to think that this was the major show weakness that we're looking for. Furthermore, I'm going to talk about the altcoins and what implication this does have on the altcoins. We're going to talk about an overall philosophy about capital preservation, why it's so incredibly important, especially in moments like this. We're also going to talk about the low time frame. What's going to happen in the short term? Is this the bounce we're looking for? What is going to happen from here going forward? Also, what if I'm wrong, right? Maybe I am wrong. Maybe we are going to go higher. What do I think about that? What are some signs to look for? So, obviously, a ton to go over in this video. I don't know how long it's going to go. We're going to do it freestyle like every other time, so let's dive right in. Now, like I mentioned, back here in November 3rd, I laid out a very clear path and some things that I were looking for to show me when the exit plan needed to be executed. All right. Make sure you guys watch that video because I'm going to reference a lot of the things that I talked about in that one. I have a link right above my head. Okay, so now that you've watched that, let's go ahead and dive into some things I'm looking for. Well, I told you, a major show of weakness. Now, the thing is, why is this such a major show of weakness? Why am I so confident that this is the top? Well, there's quite a few things that really terrify me on this market. Well, number one, let's go to the total chart, right? This is the total altcoins, all altcoins in existence, and it combines all the market cap together. Well, as you guys can see, we had a high, lower high, we had an equal high, okay? Then we come back down here and we make a lower or a higher low, and we break above this level that was formed. Okay, this level right here was very important, very critical to me. We tested it, we broke above, came down for the retest, but this is so important. We failed. We failed on this retest and did not continue up like we were expecting. This right here is already really concerning for me, okay? If we were in a truly bullish market, this should have held and we should have continued back up. We obviously didn't. That to me is concerning. Now on the total too, we have a very similar structure. We have a cup, we have a handle, we broke up from the cup and handle, came back down for the retest of the breakout, and once again, we failed. Okay, so this level should have held like the arrow points to it. However, we did not. We fell through this level. Another major show of weakness. Now, the total three, this one is your is all crypto minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, this is the altcoins. They actually made a rising wedge, which I was talking about on the Discord server. We broke down from the rising wedge, we retested it, and we continued falling back through. If you go to the low time frame, it makes it look a lot clearer. Okay, this again is bearish, guys. This does not look good. None of these charts are really giving me any confidence in the market right now. Now, furthermore, if you go to the DXY, this is the dollar currency index. This is essentially showing the strength of the US dollar compared to other assets. The US dollar traditionally is inversely related to stocks and crypto, okay? So while crypto has been increasing, this should have been decreasing, but it's not. And that has always been very uncanny for me. And I talk about this almost every day on Discord on this chart, and it's showing so much strength in a market that really shouldn't be. This is concerning, and I do not like the fact that the US dollar is holding so well. The reason why, because think of it like this. Whenever you, or how do you buy stocks or crypto? By using fiat, right? So you sell your US dollars in order to buy crypto, right? And the vice versa also applies. However, whenever DXY is increasing, the dollar's increasing, and crypto's increasing, essentially one is not matching the other. So the stocks are increasing drastically, crypto's been increasing drastically, and DXY has also been increasing drastically. Essentially, something has to give. And now that we have so much weakness showing on the in crypto, I think crypto is the one that's going to give here, guys. Now, Bitcoin dominance, another thing I've been looking at, and this was something I was actually really bullish on until a couple days ago. Very bullish on it because, or 4 or 5 days ago, because we have this trend line established on the low time frame. It looks clean. Just there's some glitches that happen on TradingView when you go to high time frame, but just look, we have a low, we broke down, showed strength, but we broke back through, and this level should have held. We should have continued going back down if Bitcoin dominance was to keep dropping and money was to rotate to our alts. However, as you can see, we came back through and blew right through that trend line like it didn't even exist. That's concerning. I don't like having Bitcoin dominant showing strength, okay? Because money should be rotating out of altcoins or out of Bitcoin into altcoins, and it's just simply not. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you guys on here is this right here. This 3-day level right here. If you remember, let's go back on this one real quick. There we go. Remember this chart. I know it's really ugly on the high time frame, but this 3-day point of breakdown was step 4 for Moon, right? Because I told you guys, we got to get above this weekly breaker. We have to get above the 200 moving average. We got to get above the golden pocket retracement. We got to get above the 3-day breaker, come back down, retest, and then Moon. Problem is, Moon did not happen because we did not hold this retest. So we failed this level on the retest, and that is concerning, guys. I do not like the interaction that we have here. We have fallen way too hard, way too fast for me to be really bullish on this market. Okay, so it just doesn't look good right now, guys. This market does not look good. All right. So altcoins, let's talk about that specifically. All right, because the whole intention was that once Bitcoin shows its top, the money is to rotate into altcoins, and we've shown that so many times in that previous video, right? And this is essentially what we're looking at. So this was posted, I posted this in the Discord a few weeks ago, talking about the interaction that we had between the Bitcoin and the total 2, which is all cryptocurrency minus Bitcoin, essentially all of our altcoins. Well, the dates, as you can see, are lined up. We have 12 November. We had a little bit of a dip in Bitcoin. Altcoins actually held up really nicely. Then over here, the top of Bitcoin happened here on December 17th. However, the same day, you can see the top of crypto did not happen, or the top of the altcoins. Altcoins actually kept increasing despite the fact that Bitcoin started dropping very harshly. And Bitcoin dropped 44% while the altcoins continue to increase. We did have a capitulation over here, but overall, altcoins were showing massive strength while Bitcoin was showing a lot of weakness. This is the rotation that we were talking about. Then as Bitcoin continued to consolidate and slowly grinding upwards, altcoins continued to rise. This is what I was expecting to see in this market if the top is in for Bitcoin. But we never actually got this rotation so far, which doesn't make sense. Okay? And that's the thing here that I want you guys to fully grasp. This market is not doing what we were expecting it to do. So that either means that the top is not in on Bitcoin, despite all this major weakness, or we're not going to get an altcoin season at all, or maybe the altcoin season will happen once we drop further. Those are essentially the only 3 options we have at this point. So until we get this rotation, I have to use extreme caution because right now we are sort of in uncharted territory, or my entire account or position in the market or something is incorrect. And whenever you are not confident in the market, you need to be very careful and you need to focus on something called capital preservation. And that's such an important term that you guys really have to focus on. What that means is that the money that you have made, you don't want to lose it, right? The money you have made, you don't want to lose it. And whenever you don't have a clear trade, whenever you do not have conviction in your trade, that means that you are trading on hope. And hope is not a trading style, okay? Right now, I'm hoping we have that despite the fact that the market is not telling me this is happening. That is whenever I'm getting very concerned and I had to reassess myself. So I'm going to go ahead and execute my trading strategy or my exit strategy upon this next increase, because I do not have certainty in this market, right? And being a trader, being a successful trader, is someone who can recognize whenever the trend is going against your position, you need to take a step back and reassess. And that's what I'm doing in this market. So until we do get a further clarification on what is actually going on in this market, we do have more certainty and clarity and all that good stuff, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the market until we do get that clarity and certainty. So let's go ahead and talk about what this exactly means. What is the plan going forward, or what is my plan going forward? All right. So essentially, this is what my plan is, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and assume the bottom is in, and I will talk about that soon as to why I think it is in. But essentially, these are the levels I'm looking for. We have a 3-day breaker right here. This is a 3-day point of breakdown. This is a major level that I do expect to have a lot of significance. The next level right here is the golden retracement. What that means, go to the very top, down to the very bottom, and you can see this looks like it's actually off. Let's fix it real quick. Right here, right? Yeah, I don't know why I picked that. Either way, there you go. This is the golden pocket retracement of the entire drop, okay? So from 54,000 essentially to 57,000, this is a 3-day point of breakdown, and right above it is going to be the golden pocket retracement. So as it drops, like I told you, we're going to have a major show of weakness. And my plan all along, this is not a change in plan. Make that extremely clear. Everything in my prior video is 1% still accurate, but the timeline and the expectation of when I thought was going to do this is sooner, okay? So as this retraces back in this level, I will be selling my position. Now, am I just selling Bitcoin? No, I'm selling everything. Okay, so I'm going to be scattering my altcoins. As Bitcoin gets in these regions, I will be aggressively selling my altcoins as if it was Bitcoin, right? So as it goes up there, I will be selling more and more and more of my altcoins. And as it starts showing weakness, I will be selling even more of my altcoins. Okay, now the next question. Let's say I'm wrong. Okay, that's always possible. Let's say I'm wrong, and let's say that this was just a normal standard drop, nothing out of the ordinary for this at all. And we just pop right back up, have a V-shaped reversal, and everything is just going great, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy back in upon a reclaim of this 3-day breaker, okay? Why would I do that? Because it would only be around 10% higher than what it is when I sell it, guys. And there's nothing wrong at all with buying high and selling higher. There's nothing wrong at all with that, okay? It's not the sexiest play. It's not the one everyone's really proud of. But the thing is that this risk to reward is tremendously great at this level, because this is the level where I can finally say, yes, we are going to continue going up. I was wrong in my bias, and I will go ahead and take a 10% opportunity cost loss so that I can continue this market and continue going upwards, right? However, if this drops, how low can it go? Pretty aggressively, guys. If this happens right here, this can go pretty damn low, okay? The first level that I'm going to be looking at is right around here, around 40,000, okay? The next level I'm looking at is a sweep down here. After that, there's a 25,000 or 23,000 level right here. And then outside of that, we have a 200 weekly moving average. That's around $18,000, and that's actually what supported the price up back when it dropped in 2018. Those are the levels I'm mainly looking at. But the key is I'm going to be buying in at a show of strength, and there's a lot of ways that we're looking for that. But the key is I will have fiat available from my sells up here to buy back down here. And this retracement is extremely likely, okay? This retracement level is extremely likely, but the important thing is as the retracement comes back up and everyone's saying, hey, we're going to the moon, everything's going great, right? I'm going to have conviction and going to go ahead and pull out of my position here. And then if we reclaim here, I will buy back in at a 10% opportunity cost loss, and we'll continue the bull run. Or if it does go the way I'm expecting, it's going to come up here. We're going to start crashing back down, and I will buy at a show of strength. Now, what are some things I'm looking for a show of strength? Swing failure patterns. I'm looking for some sort of a falling wedge pattern to break out. I'm looking for high volume on an impulse. I'm looking for very healthy retracement levels after an impulsive movement, right? We've talked about these things many, many times before, okay? The key is I'm going to go ahead and exit the market until I get that clear show of strength. Now, regarding the altcoin specifically, there is something I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is for this to break down, okay? Once this breaks down, that will give me the sign that the money is finally rotating from Bitcoin into altcoins. And if that rotation never happens, then at least I never actually entered the market, okay? And that's what I'm looking for, guys. I hope this makes sense, but like, this market does not look as healthy as it did, okay? And this is a very massive drop, and I know there's a lot of bullish cases out there, and I very well may be wrong, right? I very well may be wrong, and I've addressed that. If I am wrong, I will take my 10% opportunity cost loss, and we will keep the bull run going, right? However, I really don't think I am, okay? So, buy to show a strength, or buy to reclaim all-time high. Ultimately, I am looking to buy back in. The only exception to that is if during this increase right here, let's say during this increase, the altcoins absolutely explode. We do get this drop. We do get this massive drop in Bitcoin dominance. We do go down here. We make an all-time low on the Bitcoin dominance. All of our altcoins start to do 10, 20x in that increase, etc. At that opportunity, then I'm going to play the whole thing like a true bear market, okay? But one thing at a time, guys, okay? Make sure you guys are in the Discord server, because I do keep people up to date a lot better on there than I do on YouTube, okay? And also consider being a Patreon member. I give a ton of information in here on all these different altcoins and all that good stuff, and I'll keep you guys up to date on what my plan is and any adjustments, because there's always reasons for the plan to change. But right now, that's what I'm sticking with, and I have a lot of conviction on this. And unless I see a major adjustment to what we've seen so far, I'm going to go ahead and exit this exit strategy, or execute this exit strategy. So, like always, if you have questions, let me know. Hit me up in the Discord. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up during a live stream. Any of that stuff. I love talking about it and all that good stuff. But this is it, guys. I think this is actually the one. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, like always, and I will see you guys in the next video. So, like always, deuces, boys.